Hey guys, welcome Zoe Wakely. So I'm sitting here and I'm like, what do I talk about? And it's like you get all up in your head. And I feel like this is what I want to talk about is the overthinking. And it's like I'd work with certain clients or most clients, and I'd be like, you've got to take the thoughts out of your mind, put them into your heart. And it's like I'm sitting here saying it's okay doing welcome videos, and I'm going into Chat GPT. What will I talk about? What do people want to know? But I feel now it's time that it is all about just being who I am, being authentically me. I am who I am. It is what it is. If you don't resonate, that's fair enough. If you do, welcome. Okay, that's all I'll say. So, overthinking, where does it come from and why do we do it? I think that's the main thing that I want to talk about. So, it's like, why do we get all up in our heads? So, the majority of like why we overthink is one, because what other people think of us. It is what it is. What other people think of us, the fear of being wrong, the fear of what people may think, so like the unknown. And where did it come from? Why do we do it? So, like, it's like we've been taught through our childhood and our parents and grandparents and so on, that we can't always like speak our truth. And what I mean by that is like be seen and not heard. You're not allowed to be heard. You can only be seen. So it's like for me, it's like hard to sort of like come across as being authentically me and this is a very vulnerable thing for me to do, but I feel like this is what people need now. People just need to have um, the courage and the willingness to be able to speak about what they want. I mean, it's your voice, it's your truth. So nobody should be able to, or nobody should put you down. Nobody, I'm not even going to edit this. Do you know what? If I make mistakes, I make mistakes. It is what it is. Like I said, I am who I am. But it's like people shouldn't put you down for being who you are. And if they are, then that's an issue on them. I'll say that straight away. I've learned that through my healing journey. And I will go through steps in my healing journey of what actually I've gone through and how I've overcome it as well. Which is why I'm putting these videos out now, is because I've helped people to overcome certain issues in their lives. Obviously, talking about certain clients, but like I've helped them to overcome things, and I've even done it for myself. So why do we overthink? That's it. It's the biggest thing deep within us, the shame of being seen, the shame of not knowing what to say, the shame of what is she talking about? The shame of like people don't resonate with me, the shame of like I'm different, I'm unique, but like some people don't like that. The shame of being seen in front of a lot of people. It's all about the shame, isn't it? So we overthink a lot because we've been taught to, we've been programmed that way. But I suppose it's like, how do you get out of it? And I'm not going to say it's easy because I've done a lot of healing work on myself. And the people who know me, who watch this, they'll know I've done a lot of healing work on myself. And there's still that niggly little piece of shame that I'm trying to sort of like wiggle its way out. Because what I've seen is like it comes up in different forms. So where you think that you've actually healed a certain area of your life, it comes up again in a different area, and you're like, what a freaking deal. I thought I'd dealt with this. What's going on, But it's not the fact that you haven't dealt with that or you haven't like healed that part of you. It's the fact that like this shame is like here to keep us all stuck. It's the way that's just the way it is, the way we were programmed. So how do we get through it? Obviously, you need to work on your inner child stuff first. You need to work on the overall healing, because the shame piece is the last piece that you have to get to. The shame piece is the piece that is so um stuck right in there. That's what I want to say. Stuck right in there. That it's like you're trying to get rid of it, you know. Um, think of all, okay, I'll look at it like this. So think of all our trauma, all our um pieces of us that we know that trigger us. Just think of them as like threads in, because Dolores Cannon talked about this. It's like a tapestry, isn't it? We all have different threads to different things, and we're all connected to each other and stuff like that. That's basically what it is. So it's like this thread that could potentially belong to um it'll all belong to you because it's all you, okay? But it's like you could have been attached to someone else's emotions and stuff like that, and you've taken them on board, like your parents or your grandparents, or relationships that you've been in, or places, situations that you've been in. You've got them threads within you, and it's like picking out each one. And sort of like, and it's mad because what I seen was I get sort of like, I suppose, messages through numbers and things like that, and songs as well. But anyway, different bed. I can go through that at different time. But this one day, after I'd done a course with somebody, it was like, you need to detangle this thread. And I kept seeing 8808, and I'm going, or 8088. I kept seeing these numbers. I was like, what is going on? Why the eight but with the zero in it? And all I heard was, well, what happens when you sort of like detangle the eight? So it's like if you twist the top around and you detangle a thread, like you twist the top around, what's it come? Comes a zero. Mind blown. It comes a zero. And it's like you need to detangle things, then threads that are in you to get to the root cause of it. That's what you do. You detangle the threads. So it's like, imagine like a piece of jewelry all wrapped up together. And do you know the way you get like a necklace and you like haven't worn it for ages and you look at it and it's all tangled up? That's all you're doing is you're detangling the pieces within you that are basically there to be healed. And the biggest one, like I said, is the shame because it attaches to everything. And the reason it's shame is because it tells you everywhere. Go and have a look at I tell everyone to go watch it. Was it the K-pop Demon Hunter thing? Tells you in there, shame. Biggest thing, shame. The girl was embarrassed to actually in there to say that she was part demon, and well, even though like it's only an energy, but like she had the markings of like the demon side, and then she hid it with her own true side. So it's like it's because of the shame. So when you detangle the shame, and this has all come from the overthinking. So this is what it's all about. If this all comes from the overthinking, is that this is what we need to unravel. Easier said than done. I'm not going to lie to you, it's easier said than done. The healing part, the top level, I'll say, and working down, it does get deeper, but top level working down, it can be quite easy to transmute. Okay, um, I help people to do that, but like you can do it for yourself. I've done it for myself, but I did it through a program. I got, and I'll tell you what happened and I wasn't going to do this. I paid for it back when we were all in lockdown about 5, 6 years ago now, and I paid for this course to do forensic healing. It's called and it's called forensic healing because it gets to the root of it all. Okay, so basically, I was doing this. I got paid for it and I was like, should I? I was like, I don't want to do it. 7 days straight, full days on Zoom. 7 days. I was like, why? It's like, Zoe, you've paid for it. Will you just go and do it? It's probably the first time you've paid for something and fully done the whole thing. And it was the best thing that I ever did for myself because during that program, she works on you. She works on you. So I was like doing healing as I was learning as well. So some of the things that was coming up was like, whoa, I would never have thought of that. But this is what happens. So an example I'll give you for one of the things was, I was saying about my hair, the way it thins and stuff like this. And for whatever reason, it come up about fish. And I was like, I don't really eat fish. I'm not I'll eat some, but I'm not a big fish person. And what come through with it was the fact that when you were younger, I mean, ages ago, remember they used to wrap fish and chips in newspaper. So what's in newspaper? The toxic ink that was going onto your food that you're putting into your body. Who knew? Who knew? But things like that came out, and this is what happens. So, getting back to the overthinking, the biggest reason you overthink is because of the shame piece. It's easy enough to get to them layers, but digging down and getting into that shame, because shame will hide itself because it doesn't want you to become free and liberated. Okay. So basically, what I'm trying to say is like, if you are overthinking all the time, don't stress about it. Don't stress about it. Because I was doing that. If I made a mistake with something, I'd be like, shit. For 2 days, I'd be like, shouldn't have done this, shouldn't have done that. And it's just the shame. That's all it is. So, so go easy on yourself. Like, what can I say? Go easy on yourself. You're not to blame for the program that was input into you. How you deal with it and how you react to it. See like that? Thought I'd turn my phone off. Brent, and how you react to it is basically how, like, it's your perception then, basically. So if you react in a bad way, then that's on you. Do you know what I mean? But like, you can't be blamed for like the shame that's hidden within you. All you can do is go in and delve and see how can I deal with this? How, all right, I've noticed it, I'm aware of it, because this is the main thing. When you're aware, that's when things start changing for you. So that was it. That was the message I wanted to put today. And like I said, it's a case of like, I'm just going to sit here and talk now because I feel like it's time. I can get ideas for videos and stuff like that, off ChatGPT or whatever, but I'm like, is it really what people want? People want authenticity now, and I'm done. I'm done literally like don't, I mean, I'll put posts and stuff like that up and reels and whatever, but talk, I feel like people need the talking and the person to be really truly authentic in front of the camera now. And I feel like that this is what I'm going to do. And no, I'm not going to edit anything. It is what it is. But what I'm going to say, because I do have a little sign off call, which I've just started, is choose joy, choose love, and choose you. Have a good one.